Hi everyone, welcome to Make It Monday. This is Alison from AlisonDaveDesigns.com. And hopefully it's still Monday by the time this gets up. I know it is a lot later than it normally is. My apologies for that. Just had an extraordinarily busy weekend and could not seem to motivate myself to get anything done. So, I do have a short video. I'm not going to put the whole layout together for you. I just kind of wanted to show you where I was going with this. Below this video is another video that I have linked that is an older one of Shamel Lane's. It's one of her sketch to scrapbook videos, and I've also included the sketch on this post. And when I was rewatching some of her older videos, I saw this one and immediately thought of the giant stash of vellum and acetate and whatnot that I have. Okay, it's not giant, but big enough that it's starting to weigh on me. And I thought I really like what she's done, and I think I could do that too. So this is a little unique. It is a double-sided layout. And what I have here, I haven't adhered the papers down on this side. I have a piece of acetate with these bright polka dots on it, and I am going to be creating a layout on both sides. The video below shows how Shamel put hers together, and I will quickly put my sort of base together for you, and then I'll go ahead and add all the embellishments and everything off camera, and there'll be pictures on the blog of the finished product. But I thought it was just kind of a neat idea. A lot of the times if I get one of these acetate sheets in a kit, I'm not entirely sure how to use it. It's great if you can pair it with a lighter base like this, and you get to really see the detail and the colors and everything in your acetate. But what happens if you don't have, particular cardstock that you want to pair with it, or maybe even the story to tell? So this is one solution. And also, you might have one of these sheets and you might cut a small section out of it and use it on a layout, and then you're left with bits of acetate. And I know I have some of those in my stash as well, and I'm not entirely sure if they're ever going to make it onto a layout. This is a way to use up an entire sheet in one layout, which might seem kind of extravagant, but better in your album than not. It's not going to do you any good if it's languishing in your stash. It might as well be in your album. And this way you actually get two layouts for one, so it's good bang for your buck, I think. So anyways, like I said, this is going to be a double-sided layout, and so this happened yesterday. This was probably what's going to be my daughter's final game of the season, and my husband was one of the coaches. That's the other coach, and I just snapped some photos and decided that I would use this to tell the story, because it's kind of got two stories. We've got my husband / daddy, the coach, and my daughter's sort of relationship with him. This is during warm-up, and she's kind of goofing around with him, and then he allowed me to take a picture of him while we were sitting on the bench. And then on the other side, we've got the team, and then this is just kind of a pep talk right before the game. So two different stories of the same event, so I feel okay scrapping them back to back like this. So what I've done so far is I've taken one sheet of 12 by 12 paper and just cut it in two. So I've got two 6 by 12 pieces of patterned paper, and I've adhered this on this side except for the top bit, because I might want to tuck some things in, so I haven't adhered that yet. And then I hadn't adhered this at first because I wasn't sure if I wanted to use the red stripes, but I have decided to go with the yellow, so I will adhere that onto the back. And then I had another sheet of paper that I used to mount the two photos, and so that's going to go on the one side, and I will place it, probably bring it down actually, something like that, so that on the other side, now that everything's upside down, I can have the photos of my daughter and the one of my husband. And then these two papers will be back to back, and you won't see them. Like, you won't, it'll just, all you'll see is the clear acetate through it. Line it up for you a little bit so you can sort of get an idea. Make sense? Promise you, you watch Jamel's video, it'll make perfect sense to you. I will get started, and I'll just do a few things here for you, and then I will turn it off, get everything finished, and just come back and show you the finished layout. Okay? So I realized actually that I forgot to ink the edges of the one that I've already adhered, so I'll have to very carefully do that. I guess a good thing about acetate is that if I do get some ink on it, I can wipe it off. I'm just going to use some gray ink. And I don't know if I have mentioned recently, this is just ink applicator tool by Ranger. Just means that my fingers don't get messy when I'm inking the edges, which is helpful, especially if you don't notice that you've got ink on your fingers and then you go and put it all over your papers and your project and whatnot, and that's not so fun. So normally I don't put my adhesive right to the edge of the paper here, but because I want this to adhere really well onto the acetate, I'm gonna make sure that the bottom and the sides the tape is right close to the edge. And the top, I won't pull the tape off on the top until I have decided whether or not I'm going to tuck anything underneath. And then the top, I'm not super worried about where the tape is, so it'll just go in the middle for now. Okay, so take the tape off 3 sides, get this adhered down. And I have noticed that there is a tiny bit of acetate showing there, and I think I will probably just trim that off before I'm finished. I don't know why. I guess maybe this, well, I mean, what probably happened is that when I trimmed this, it's not exactly 12 inches across. Not a big deal. Just make sure that I'm lining everything up on this side so I don't have to trim both sides. And this is going to go slightly above my pattern paper there. Let's see if I've got it somewhat straight. That's a good thing about acetate is you can see through it and see if it's straight or not. Looks okay. And I've got more of that paper. I'm just going to do the exact same thing on the other side. And of course now I've adhered this bit. Another good thing about acetate, it comes right up. Alright, now I can do the same on the other side. I'm just going to quickly ink this because I missed it. Ink around the edges. And then I need to cut my border. I think first I'm going to adhere my photos. And because that border strip is going to go underneath my photos, I'm just going to put the top, adhere the top down for now, just to give you guys an idea of what it's going to look like when it's done. And I totally adhered that one backwards. Oh my goodness. See, I should just have gone back to bed today, honestly. Yep, needs to be this way. Third time's a charm. That's pretty good. So there you can see through the acetate, but you don't, I mean, that will be covered up when I add the black strip on this side. And yes, I realize that this is crooked, but it is what it is, and I'm not gonna try and fix it now. Actually, you know what? It's bugging me. I am going to fix it. Which means I'm going to have to rip up the other one yet again. Okay. So on this side, I want this photo of my husband in the red box. And these two goofy ones underneath. I think I will leave a little bit of black there. And then we gotta put this guy underneath. Hopefully I can still tuck it in and not, oh, for crying out loud, seriously? Well, I guess we know where my embellishment's going. Hey guys, I'm back and it's all finished. I've kept it very simple, really. Simple compared to my normal style anyways. So this is the one side, and the story here is kind of evident from the title there. It says Coach Daddy, and it's just about how my husband has been coaching my girls since they were quite little, and clearly she loves it. And then the other side, just a little story there about my husband's co-coach, and I will leave it at that. So as you can see, I put it on a white background so you could see the acetate a little better. But if I hold it up, excuse my messy desk, you don't see any of the other side. It's pretty clean. Well, see a little bit of it in that corner, but all right. So that's all I have for you this week, guys. If you want to give us a try, do let me know. Put a link in the comments on the blog post or over on my Facebook page. Thanks, guys. Bye.